Hello everyone, Inga from Health Origins here, and tonight I'm going to be making Hollandaise sauce as per request of Emma Claude. She requested it a while ago. I'm sorry I didn't get round to it, but today we're going to be making Hollandaise sauce. So let's begin. Here we have the ingredients. So I'm using the edgy veg recipe, slightly kind of tweaked because I didn't have an ingredient, one of the ingredients. But here we have soft tofu, and she's saying that we need a half a cup or double, obviously a cup, but I just used one packet and that ended up being about 1 cup and a quarter of tofu. I tried to drain the water. I think there's still some water left, so I'm gonna give it a quick drain again. So there. Then I've got a cup of soy milk. She was using, I think, almond milk or any plant milk would work, I imagine. Then instead of butter, I've got 2/3 of a cup of avocado. So, because even if you can get vegan butter, I don't use oil in my recipe, so I'm going to try and replace the fat with the avocado in this. Then I've got half of teaspoon, for this amount, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, dry mustard powder. And then in original recipe it says you need 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. However, I don't have any lemons in the house, so I'm using apple cider vinegar, and doubled it would be 3 tablespoons. However, obviously vinegar it's a bit sharper, it's stronger than the lemon juice, so I'm using just 1.5 tablespoons. Then I've got 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and I'm gonna use probably a 1/4 teaspoon of the turmeric powder, and then there's some pepper, black pepper, and also kalanamak or black salt. Well, this one actually is black salt. I think kalanamak is slightly different, but we've got black salt, so that gives this kind of like a bit of an eggy taste, if you like. So that's it. That's all the ingredients. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add everything in a tall jug. Well, not everything. What we're gonna start with the tofu, with the milk. Then I'm gonna add nutritional yeast, and the powder, the mustard powder, and then I'll put a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric in here for the yellow color, although I think avocado will give it some kind of color as well. But we'll add avocado and the apple cider vinegar in a little bit, but we'll blend this with a stick blender until smooth now. Well, this is pretty smooth. Now I'm going to add the avocado in there, and we'll add the apple cider vinegar the last, because we don't want it to curdle. We don't want it to curdle the milk. Actually, the recipe said 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder for just one, half of this recipe, so I'm gonna add another one just for a bit more yellow color. And we need to add some kalanamak, and it asks for half a teaspoon. original recipe asks for half a teaspoon, so we need about a teaspoon. So I'll try and grate some in. So roughly about a teaspoon, and then it asks for quarter a teaspoon of black pepper for half the recipe, so it would be half a teaspoon, but I think it's way too much pepper. I'll just do a few sprinklings. We don't like our food too hot, so I'll probably do a quarter of a teaspoon of pepper in this one. Obviously, if you like your food a bit more spicy, then you can add some more pepper. And I'm gonna blend it in. Look, it's looking so nice and creamy. Yum. So I'm gonna add the apple cider vinegar, 1.5 tablespoons. I'll put all the amounts of ingredients below the recipe in the description. Wow, there's a lot of hollandaise sauce, guys. It's probably about a liter, it looks like. It really emulsified with one kind of packet of tofu and about 2/3 of an avocado. So yeah, so if you're just doing for 1 or 2 meals, you probably want to do half a recipe. So all that's left to do now is to taste test. And now the taste testing. I haven't actually tried an original hollandaise sauce with the egg yolks, so I'll not be able to tell you whether it tastes very like the original one or, you know, or different. However, I'm gonna just taste for its own merit of a sauce, because I'm thinking of putting this on, say, on a pita on a scrambled egg, or maybe some roasted veggies, and having that sauce with it. So I'll see if it's any good. And Emma Claude, if you try this recipe, please let me know if it was anything like the, you know, the usual traditional hollandaise sauce. It would be really interesting to know. So let me taste test it. I can definitely taste a bit of mustard coming through. A bit of egginess actually as well from the black salt, and nutritional yeast gives it a little bit of something. It's kind of like a cheesy, mustardy kind of sauce. So I think actually yummy, guys. So even though I don't know what hollandaise sauce tastes like, it probably is something like that. So if you try the recipe, let me know what you thought of it. Is it anything close to hollandaise sauce? And yes, let me know if you have any other suggestions of what sauces, what recipes you'd like to see on this channel. If you're new here, welcome, and subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the bell button. And give me a like if you like this video, and share it with your friend that is, you know, struggling, looking for a vegan hollandaise recipe. And that is it, guys. And remember, food is fuel. So be conscious of what you put in your body. Until the next time.